Debbie Bell-Hosking for Finextra in London, and I'm talking to Thierry Chilosi. Hello, Thierry.
Hello.
Your title is SWIFT GPI Go-to-Market Lead, and that's what we're talking about, SWIFT GPI. There has been a surge of adoption over the last 2 years. What else is there left to do?
Yes, there's been incredible momentum behind SWIFT GPI, which is the Global Payment Innovation Service. And today we already have 56% of the SWIFT transaction on the service. There are about 3,500 financial institutions that have committed to GPI. And today they're processing the equivalent of $300 billion every day on the service. This is proof that essentially what customers are demanding, which is faster, more transparent, traceable and certain payment, has become a reality. So what is there to do? There's an incredible journey ahead. But the first thing I'd like to highlight in that journey is the fact that we want to move from 56% of the payments to 100% of the payments that are on this new service. So this is behind what we call the Universal Confirmation Program that we're launching. We're starting to communicate with all the financial institutions, making sure essentially that for every payment they receive, they let the tracking system of GPI know what has happened to this payment.
So why would you say SWIFT is making payment confirmations mandatory?
Well, we're making this for several reasons. First of all, we've done an important step on the journey, which is to allow every financial institution today to track a payment end to end. So you know at any point in time where the payment is. But there's something more that we want to do with this. Like in your personal life, when you send a parcel, you don't just need to know where the parcel is, you want to know that it has arrived in good hands. And that's exactly what corporate, what individual wants with their payments. They want to know that the payment has arrived. And the reason number one why we're doing the confirmation is the customer not only wants it, they demand it today. They want to know, I've done a trade, I want to know that the payment has arrived. And SWIFT GPI allows that, like I said before, on 56% of the flows. And those today, when we looked at the stats, they are credited in, half of those payments are credited in less than 30 minutes. And that's anywhere across the world. It's not just in a domestic payment system. Now, the second reason why we want confirmation is we don't want to stop at just what the customer is expecting from the service today. We want to build new services for the end customer. And the confirmation is the basis to build a lot of new digital services. And I want to give you a little bit of an example. If I'm a corporate and I'm doing a trade, I want to buy some goods, and when you're going to receive the payments, I expect you to ship the goods. Well, you'd like to know when the money arrives so that you can do just that. So confirmation is an essential element to satisfy the customer and to build the services of tomorrow.
Thierry, you mentioned that banks will have to confirm payments. How are they going to do this?
We'll make it easy for banks to confirm payments. There'll be a range of tools. Some of them will be automated tools that they can integrate into their applications. Another one will be a manual tool, the Simple Tracker, where banks will be able to connect and confirm payments simply by clicking on a button. This will be obviously free of charge. Now, we're working also with the software community so that they make sure that GPI is built into any payment application.
So I'm picking up on that word, new services being developed on the basis of tracking and confirmation, enabled, as you say, by GPI. Can you elaborate just a little bit more on that?
Yes, there are many services on GPI. I want to start with the ones that are already available today to many customers. The banks, they have integrated for their end customers the tracking capability. In a first phase, they track the payments, they improve their own operation, they can answer calls if the customer has a problem. Well, today they've moved that information straight into the hand of the final customer, which can see real-time its payment activities if it wishes. So there is no more this problem of transparency. The end customer via the web banking, via a mobile application can know where the payment is. A second example of a new service is the stop and recall service. It allows your customer, now that you know where the money is, to stop the payment in case that it thinks it made an error or in case that it is suspecting a fraud. Finally, a third example could be the fact that we can now link the payment rail, the GPI payment rail, with other platforms. We hear a lot of happening on blockchain. It's a technology to exchange contracts, to do transactions. At a certain moment, you need to have a payment. And when that can happen, we can integrate the GPI technology with any other platform providing a transaction experience. What we do with that, we don't only make the payments seamless, we make the entire business transaction seamless. And all of these new services, I could cite many, many more, they're all back to the same thing, making payments fast, transparent, traceable, and certain.
Thank you, Thierry. That's a very positive way to end. And thank you so much for chatting to us about SWIFT GPI, where it is today, but also the look ahead. So thank you.
Thanks.
And thank you for watching.